The inner ear is responsible for two different types of special senses. It's responsible for hearing, which is predominantly because of the cochlea. It's also responsible for equilibrium, which is the function of the semicircular canals, as well as what's called the vestibule. So the semicircular canals are located up here, and the vestibule contains receptors that are also responsible for equilibrium. The receptors for hearing are located in the cochlea, specifically in one part of the cochlea called the cochlear duct. So this part of your diagram is what we would see if we took a cross section of part of the cochlea. There are three different regions here, one of which is called the spiral organ located in the cochlear duct. And there are two other general regions here as well. So the inner ear has the cochlea, which is the structure for hearing. And within that, there are bony, they're called labyrinth, but essentially what they are tunnels within the cochlea. And these three tunnels all have fluid in them, which are kind of similar to plasma. The middle tunnel is the most important because it actually is called the cochlear duct, and it has specialized receptors in it called the spiral organ of cochlea, where hearing receptors are activated. And when they're activated, it converts the energy from sound waves into neural energy that's then conducted via the cochlear nerve in towards the brain. The other two tunnels or chambers are called the scala vestibuli and scala tympani. And we can see those shown on this slide. So this image that you are seeing right here is just like what you see in this particular part of this slide. And I'd like you to notice the cranial nerve. It's cranial nerve 8, which remember is the vestibulocochlear nerve. The vestibular part comes from the vestibule and transmits information about equilibrium. And the cochlear branch of the vestibulocochlear nerve is going to transmit information about hearing. So on this slide here, we see the close-up of the cochlea. And the image to your left is a micrograph showing the same thing that we see over here. So those three tunnels or chambers that I mentioned, the first one is called the scala vestibuli. The one which is a light blue color is the cochlear duct. And the bottom one is called the scala tympani. And there is fluid, which is in these three different regions, but it's only in the cochlear duct, which is the same region that's shown here, which contains very specific receptors called the organ of Corti, which is the same thing as the spiral organ. And those receptors in that vicinity are going to be activated based on the sound waves, the energy of those sound waves. Fluid moves, and then the faster the fluid essentially moves, the stronger the sound will be, thus sending faster nerve energy in towards the vestibulocochlear nerve to eventually go to the temporal lobe, where the site of auditory special senses occurs.